From Omro down to Mayville, from Rosendale to the Ledge, and everywhere in between, it's time to get you caught up on everything happening in the Flyway Conference. This is the Flyway Focus Sport Report, your home for the best whip-around coverage of your favorite local teams. Now, with all the latest, here's Jordan King.
Good Thursday morning to you, a Wednesday that was busier than normal, and man, did it feature some good games. Let's start in baseball.
Did Coach actually give me the sign? That's really what was going through my head. I was just relieved. I mean, it's always a big rivalry game against Springs, so that means a lot to us as a team.
That was Winnebago Lutheran sophomore Sam Ferguson after last night's 6-4 win against rival St. Mary's Springs. The game went into extras, and in the top of the 8th, it was a gutsy call made by Vikings coach Mike Seibel. He called for a squeeze play despite Ferguson having 2 strikes on him. The count was 1-2. Ferguson, though, got the ball down, drove in what turned out to be the winning run. Then Ferguson back out on the hill. Despite having a couple of hits, he took care of the Ledgers, earning the win on the mound. So the winning RBI and the win. WLA blew a 3-run lead in the 6th that helped get the game into extras. Coach Seibel says that his team battling back to win it in extras shows the growth that his team's had.
It says we're turning the corner. 4 weeks ago, we'd have lost this game. We'd have hung our heads and we'd have lost, and so proud of them that they kept their head up and found a way to win.
Vikings win it 6-4 the final. The only other baseball game from yesterday was a 4-2 win for Campbellsport against Mayville. The Cards got 2 runs in the first, but a 4 spot for Campbellsport in the 4th, enough to get it done. They got a complete game win on the bump from Riley Coleman. In softball, just one game, and Springs was able to complete the season sweep over Winnebago Lutheran yesterday at home. 3-0 the final. Gracie Conkle tossed another shutout, this time giving up 5 hits, but the notable stat for Springs, 0 errors. Clean defense is something the Ledgers have struggled with this season. Senior center fielder Addie King says over the last few weeks, that's been a priority.
We really focused in on having less errors tonight, and we actually had no errors. It's awesome. We know that Gracie's working her hardest, so it's nice that we can pay it back to her.
King also drove in one of the 3 Ledger runs. Golf yesterday featured a 9-9 at Whispering Springs Golf Course, and Springs won both events. The Ledgers were on fire on the front, shooting a 159. Tyler Hoffman and Khalil Rayback tied for first with a pair of 38s. On the back 9, Springs fired a 168. Hoffman once again with a 38 to take medalist honors on the back. Ben Baker with a 41. WLA was runner-up on the front, and Campbellsport runners-up on the back. Let's jump into it for today's schedule. The big series in Flyway baseball will get played this afternoon. A doubleheader in Rosendale between Laconia and Lomira. The Spartans ranked number 2 in this week's poll. The Lions are number 6 in the state. Doubleheader starts at 3:30. We'll have coverage from Taylor Park. Look for live updates on X. The rest of the baseball schedule looks like this. WLA will try to sweep Springs this afternoon at home. Viking pitcher Andy Simon was pulled early enough into yesterday's outing to go again tonight. He's the usual number 2 for WLA. Max Bauer did not pitch last night for the Ledgers. He's their usual ace. Campbellsport will go to Mayville looking for the sweep as well. The Cougars have rooted themselves firmly in 3rd place in the conference in baseball. And then finally, Omro goes to North Fondy. That's the first game of the week between the Foxes and the Orioles. Those last 3 games get rolling at 5. In softball, another full conference slate. Campbellsport is at Lomira. The Lions, a game out of first, need to keep winning to continue to heap pressure on Mayville. This afternoon, the Cardinals are at Laconia to take on the Spartans. Mayville remained at number 3 in the state poll released yesterday. We may try to sneak some updates of this one as we take in baseball over in Rosendale today. Springs has a 4th straight game at home. Today is against Omro. And North Fondy hosts WLA at the Oriole Athletic Complex. Normal 5 p.m. first pitches for all 4 softball games. And finally in soccer, non-conference day. So it features 7 different matches. 4 or 4:30 starts. Those are Campbellsport hosting Kohler. Omro goes to CWC. Mayville welcomes in Oostburg, and Wayland hosts Waupun. WLA is in Watertown to play Luther Prep. That match kicks at 5. And the late window features 2 games. North Fondy Oakfield is at Elkhart Lake Glenbeulah, and Springs is home against Plymouth. The Ledgers were back into the rankings at number 10 yesterday, Plymouth, though, one of the best teams in the state, regardless of the divisions. The top-ranked team in D3 is 10-1 on this season. That's it for today. Talk to you tomorrow morning. That's when we'll break it all back down and preview a Friday that features the Flyway Conference Championships and track. All that coming up tomorrow. For the Flyway Focus Sports Report, I'm Jordan King.